Hi, Poornima. Well-deserved applause for a coach. Poornima, welcome to this session. For the benefit of a lot of people who are maybe here for the first time and who don't know you personally, would like to introduce yourself a little bit about your background, where do you come from, very quickly.
Sure. Hi, everyone. Hi, everybody. By education, I'm a postgraduate and I'm currently based out of Bangalore. I am also a mom of 2.5 years old son. Career-wise, I have 8 years experience in business consulting. Initially, I was a business consultant with one of the big fours, one of the top four companies in auditing and consulting. And I had a great income, great rewarding career. But for past few years, I am practicing as a wellness coach full time. Yeah.
Awesome. So, Poornima, you had a career which didn't start with wellness. It didn't start with health, right? And obviously, for a professional like you, or for a professional like me, or for a lot of other people, wellness is not something that was written in our Janam Kundli. Something happened along the way that got you to make a decision that wellness is something that should become a profession for you. What was that turning point for you, and how did your journey start in this field?
Sure. So, Arpit, basically, I had two reasons to start in this domain, in this wellness, because so it all started from when my mother's very old diabetes reached a stage where she was suggested by doctors that insulin ke bina ab nahi ho payega. She will have to take insulin to maintain her blood sugar levels, and being a family having a history of diabetes in my family, I was very reluctant to put her on insulin. And that's when my association with WQ started. She got better, she got away from insulin. And at the same time, when I was in my corporate career, what I realized is that it is not giving me the flexibility or the freedom to do things that I want. For example, whenever I had to go to my native, to my hometown to take care of my mother, and I had to take so many approvals for leaves and travels from my manager, and up the ladders, there were a lot of hierarchies which I had to follow. And that wasn't something which was very pleasing experience to me, because it was my mother that I really wanted to take care, and I wanted to just go whenever I want and whenever I want to be with her. And that is what ticked me. And I thought, अगर 10 घंटे लगा के मुझे कॉर्पोरेट में काम करके ये चीजें मिल रही हैं मुझे, so why not I put 10 hours here in wellness and I build a career out of it. And that is what encouraged me, and I could really start my journey in this wellness then on.
Okay, so it's like Dhirubhai Ambani line who said, if my boss can convince me that I'm so good and I'm so nice and I'm, such a great professional, why would I use that for somebody else? Why would I not use it for myself? Okay, so obviously success doesn't come without hard work in any field, whether you are working for a position in a corporate career or you're working for yourself. I'm sure it doesn't come easy for becoming a wellness coach and the success that you see behind that also. Do you want to talk about what is the hard work that you do, and is it really worth it, and what kind of an impact do you see because of that hard work versus the hard work that you were doing into a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 kind of a routine in your past professional life?
Yeah, so Arpan, basically, if I talk about the hard work or the work that I'm doing currently, if I just quote this month, I think around 60 to 70 people have approached me and consulted me on their own. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I have created such a big brand right now of my own that people are consulting me on their own. And they are right now, if I say so far in this wellness career, I have at least touched and impacted 600 plus people across globe. Not only in India, I have clients in North America, Europe, and Singapore as well. So yeah, I would not deny that I have not worked hard for it. I have worked hard for it, and I am still. But this is truly rewarding for this.
And you feel that that impact is way more than what you could be doing with just a career based on skill set in a particular technical domain that you had a career in.
Absolutely, truly. But like I said, the 10 hours there and the 10 hours here has a huge difference if I talk about the impact.
And you still don't have a doctor's degree, in the front of your name, which means you are still committed to the idea of simplifying health for people and taking to them in a form in which you can coach them to lead a life of better balance and finding out more wellness in their life by bringing out all the different parameters into a certain direction, which we call the WQ lifestyle. Poornima, you want to talk to us a little bit about a couple of stories from the success that you have seen with clients. How have people's lives transformed? So when we say inspiration, transformation, I mean, we just heard Santosh talk about it, but do you have a few examples like that? You want to share some of those?
I have plenty of them, I would say, but I would definitely like to quote two or three. So somebody who, who's on my program right now having SBO, small bowel obstruction, which is something that, I mean, उसने क्या try नहीं किया होगा अभी तक. She has tried a lot of things. She's very senior in the industry. She's working in IT domain. And in my program, she has reversed it totally, completely, just by applying the wellness pillars and changing the lifestyle. No magic really, I would say. And another personified quote, I have somebody called a pediatric surgeon on my program who has had, he's obese and he is having high blood sugar levels, fatigue, very, bad sleep quality and stuff. But on my program, he could lose 10, 11 kgs until now, I mean, in 2 months. And he has reversed all these issues. Knee pain has gone, sleep quality has improved. And he's also on the way to reverse his blood sugar levels because he has almost reversed his medicine so far with my program.
Do you find that these transformations are not just about physical health, but like Santosh was sharing, these are about a lot of other aspects of life also changed because of these aspects changing, and people are way happier, and they are able to see that impact in multiple facets of their life.
Absolutely, Arpan, absolutely, because it is so. He and his wife both are doctors, and they both enjoy this journey together. And they are like, we haven't been able to do it on our own so far because we've been so busy in our professions. So yeah, that's really true.
Okay, let's move on from a transformation that people have gone through using your coaching, and let's talk a little bit about your transformation in this journey. So I'm sure that when you started to move from being a functional consultant in your job into becoming a wellness coach, you had to go through some struggles, some overcoming, some learnings. You had to overcome some fears. Everybody has to go through that when they are becoming an entrepreneur, in the true sense. So do you want to share a little bit about how have you changed in this journey of becoming a coach, and was that worthwhile?
Absolutely, Arpan. It's a very interesting thing, actually, I would say, because I have a great communication skills, great, traits that I could probably talk to people with, but I never was a people personality, somebody who could, touch people, when while talking. So what I learned in this community, I've learned literally I could groom myself to become a people person, and that's why where I am today, and how I am able to impact so many, because कैसे हैंडल करना है लोगों को, कैसे डील करना है लोगों के साथ, ये सारी चीजें इन दिस कम्युनिटी आई लर्न एंड आई हैव ट्रेन्ड माई सेल्फ. ऑल्सो व्हाट आई यूज्ड टू फील, जब भी मुझे बिजनेस के बारे में सोचती थी मैं कि मैं खुद से कुछ करना चाहती हूँ, तो आई यूज्ड टू फील कि I am not having any practical idea because I am an MBA by profession. I don't know how to do all these things, how to scale up and stuff like that. I'm not from marketing background too. But through this WQ community, of course, I have learned so many skills in social media that I have built a huge brand out there right now, which is which is giving me rewards right now, because this is something which I would say I wasn't the polished me that you see today. It is definitely through a journey that I have learned so many things.
So the raw material was inside of you. You always wanted to be in control of your life in a much better way, but you could get a path to be able to reach there because of a lot of learning you could do through the community as you went along on that path. Okay, you want to talk a little bit about, share with everybody here a little bit about your success. I mean, it could be financial, it could be, maybe non-monetary success. I mean, the way you define success for yourself after being a coach and after having gone through this journey of becoming a professional, in the wellness industry. How are you seeing success for yourself, and how does it make you feel?
Okay, so yeah, I definitely want to talk about this, because what I feel is key. 25 years, I had to literally put 25 years to build my job career, isn't it? I mean, I got a job, started earning the money and stuff like that, but now I feel जो income मैंने 25 years के जो मैंने job करियर बिल्ड करके जो मैंने किया है अभी तक 25 years में, वो मैं last 3 years में कर पाई हूँ, that same income, or rather more than that, let me say that. And what I feel is that अभी मेरे पास flexibility है, freedom है. I do spend time with my husband, with my son, with my mother anytime that I want, and I have all the freedom. Every morning when I wake up, I feel that I'm my own boss. That feeling is of control is there, and that is what gives me the happiness every morning, and it inspires me to do more and more every day.
Wow, that's amazing. So it's not just about the fact that what is the number at the end of the month that comes into a bank account, but it's also about a lot of other facets of life that you start to enjoy because you have the control and there is no upper limit, literally, right? I mean, nobody else decides how far you can go. You are the only one who decides that.
So, Arpan, you're right. Actually, I would like to say that वहाँ पे जब corporate career में जब मैं थी तो वहाँ ceiling थी, right? I had pressure. When I was moving up the ladder, there was a lot of pressure. You know, when I was a consultant, I was asked to do a job of senior consultant or a manager. But here, there is no ceiling. I can do as much as I want, how much ever I want. And I don't have any pressure. This is my own thing. This is my own baby. So there's no pressure really.
So Monday morning is more exciting for you than Friday night. It's the other way around. Okay. What's your next goal? What are you excited about going forward? Let's, end with that. And, maybe that can inspire some more people to be able to make a choice about doing, more with wellness beyond their own transformation.
So Arpan, as WQ, it's a community model, right? So right now, when I see myself, I'm capable of creating my own community. Right now, I have two hands, but when I create a community and I can train so many coaches with me, I have 20 or 10 hands probably with me. So that is what I'm more excited about, that I can really scale it up, without, of course, the same hours that I'm putting into, this career, I can actually scale it up with this community model. That is what I'm really, really excited about.
Awesome. Thank you, Poornima, for sharing your journey till now. And I hope that you have way more success and you can inspire a lot more people to become successful with you, because a community model, like you said, is about win-win. Somebody else can win with us, and we can win with them rather than being a win-lose. Thank you, Poornima. Thank you for being with us. So coaches are, what make this mission possible. And to